two new poems. Um, this poem is called The Narrow Poetic Hummingbirds of Symbol-Gaderia. The violet green hamadryads and ogreish narwhals somehow agate the flippery vexillological pines that somehow dendrochronology Venusian planets draped in the briefcases of blood wyvern lanterns pass between the cocoons of bandicoots. Soon all the gaslit butterflies of fat eschatology shall prescience upon the frankincense of this exchange of the possible world televisions, which are somehow bandaged across the wilderness of northern BC, as all the elk and caribou play solitaire before a Berkeleyan fallen madrone. As this herbarium of imperious quaggastax is somehow the feast of our arteries, torqued by the nebulous neurons, which somehow course glowworms and stacks of legions of prescient hymetus and basketball hoops. The mantle of your marvelous sirocco bungling, the transmutation of all phantasmagorical inner sanctums, for which you somehow shackle these harpoons of redolent engines slipping through the pantyhose of the ogopogo of the starryscapes of Neptune. As this carbuncle of pomegranate and grapefruit and bulliet skins that handkerchief all these quantum psychiatric bandicoots and UBC psychiatry, for which the sempiternal Scrabble game is somehow chippers away at the wanderlust of the vessel that somehow undresses itself before the bathtubs spelunking the raging motors, the redolent red hair of the bank of a narrowscapic dreams. As this bank of all dreams slips the pantyhose through the keychain knobs, which somehow become the geniocracy of this Sagittarian gambling of all the potsherd webbage of dried jerky amphibians, which somehow perpendicularize their gullies and wombats that somehow are worth a sextillion red pandas playing advanced Grandmaster Scrabble on the neon violet green moon. I am a fluorescent, marvelous swan, and you are the agate of a stupefying quadratic algebra of Darwinian mandrakes. All right, the next poem is called shape-shifting into stupefying serenity. A devilish amphibian leg somehow sprawls across the gigantic Earth's latchkey, and somehow this violent Vegemite spread that somehow jackanapes open the tropical fruits, that squeeze open the boots of a bandicoot's Cartesian quarter lines of jewels with the bronze blue foxes that subtropically ice the glaciers that somehow precipitous the metabolic on aeroscapes that somehow squish liquidations of gigantic stingrays among the murmuring yerba buena petals that somehow the mandrakes of all these Dionysian octaves and Sisyphean platforms where the lions paw and club the hylozoistic purple sun with the skins of gigantic chupacabras. As here the basaltic hieroglyphics of Helena Blavatsky and the lumens of these pataphysical bodhisattva become the botanomancy of somehow this botanical garden. There's somehow the obelisk at twilight, the obelisk belts the covey of Tasmanian devil-faced Benghazi butterflies, as is Oris somehow the daydreams with the tungsten madroni of all possible dream catchers, which somehow sliver together this erotical Bisbee and this Gasconade that French kisses all the redwood trees as Ramapithecus becomes the slumbering birdhouses stacked like spaceship superstars, where every night Aristotle is an amphibian graveyard of dangling aqua women, somehow snapping with their kabbalistic gossamer, that somehow the Barkerville of all kaleidoscopic 2011 memories becomes the 2011-2012 memories becomes the shuffleboard, where all the possible putrefaction of possible worlds is somehow cloven, biting the pickle jars and driving wheels of these warthog faced sea anemones. That somehow the beauty of all Shakespearean Jane Austen Scrabble and souls the daily reoccurrence as we take a staycation to the starlight, and for which we crystalline the abbot of omnitheistic quantum Egyptologists, the Calafian, their robotic red panda empireses on all the moons of these shafted militarian belladonnas of the Atlassian Odessa, with somehow these electric odes sluice open the Methuselan breadcrumbs of this putrefaction of modal realist Ananka and the Shiva that somehow wriggles open the boudoirs of the holographic dream forest, which dream catcher as they polish a revolver and a jackanapes pumpkin head, where all the coyotes born in the cigarette moonstones somehow flitter as they fly about all the twitters and all the kaleidoscopic fairies that these paranoid cowgirls ride Nietzschean Western novels into the marquees and Medusanary. All right, thank you so much. Medusanary and the octangulation of the dream catchers wriggling, all the menageries. Thank you so much.